The Ripple Effect of Kindness, a historical journey. Throughout history, the impact of being a good human to others has proven to be invaluable, not only for personal fulfillment but also for societal progress. This ethos underscores the belief that charity begins at home and extends outward, influencing future generations to achieve their goals and make meaningful contributions to society. In this journey through time, we'll explore how the simple yet profound act of kindness has shaped civilizations, inspired philosophies, and ignited social change. From the ancient codes of conduct to modern educational reforms, the message remains clear. Being good to others is not just a moral imperative, but a catalyst for a brighter future. Join me as we delve into the annals of history, examining the profound ripple effect of kindness and its enduring legacy on humanity. Ancient echoes, kindness in early civilizations. Let us journey back to the dawn of civilization, where the seeds of kindness were sown in the fertile valleys of the Nile, the Tigris and the Euphrates. In ancient Egypt, the principle of Ma'at, often depicted as a goddess, represented truth, balance, order, harmony, law, morality and justice. To live by Ma'at was to live a life that embraced truth, acted with integrity and sought justice for all. The Egyptians believed that by embodying Ma'at in their daily lives, they ensured the stability and prosperity of their society. This principle, woven into the very fabric of their existence, reminds us that even in antiquity, kindness and ethical behavior were seen as cornerstones of a flourishing civilization. Across the sands of time in Mesopotamia, the Code of Hammurabi, one of the earliest known legal codes, emphasized the importance of justice and fairness in all interactions. While seemingly harsh in its punishments, the code aimed to establish order and prevent chaos by ensuring that individuals were held accountable for their actions. This early attempt to codify just behavior reflects a nascent understanding of the importance of treating others with a degree of fairness, a precursor to more nuanced expressions of kindness in later eras. Venturing eastward, we encounter the ancient Chinese philosophy of Confucianism, which placed great emphasis on the concept of Ren, often translated as benevolence, humaneness, or goodness.
Confucius believed that cultivating Ren within oneself was essential for creating a harmonious society. This involved treating others with respect, empathy, and compassion, recognizing the inherent dignity in every human being.
These ancient echoes of kindness, reverberating through millennia, remind us that the desire for a just and compassionate world is not a modern invention, but a fundamental human aspiration that has shaped civilizations from their very inception. The philosopher's mantle, reasoning about kindness. As civilizations evolved, so too did our understanding of kindness, moving from ancient codes and principles to more nuanced philosophical explorations. In ancient Greece, Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle grappled with the meaning of virtue and its role in a just society. Socrates, through his relentless questioning, challenged individuals to examine their own lives and prioritize moral excellence above all else. Plato, in his Republic, envisioned a society ruled by philosopher kings, individuals who embodied wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, virtues that naturally led to treating others with fairness and compassion. Aristotle, in his Nicomachean Ethics, argued that true happiness, or eudaimonia, could only be achieved by living a virtuous life, one that included treating others with kindness, generosity, and respect. Across the Mediterranean, the Stoic philosophers, such as Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, emphasized the importance of living in accordance with nature, which included recognizing our shared humanity and treating others with empathy and understanding. They believed that external circumstances were beyond our control, but our reactions to those circumstances, including how we treated others, were within our power. Meanwhile, in the East, Buddhist philosophy, with its emphasis on compassion and non-violence, offered a radical departure from the often brutal realities of the ancient world. Buddha taught that all beings are interconnected and that true happiness comes from cultivating compassion for all living things. This philosophy, with its focus on alleviating suffering and promoting peace, resonated deeply with millions. influencing everything from individual behavior to the policies of powerful empires. These philosophical explorations, spanning continents and cultures, highlight the enduring human quest to understand and cultivate kindness, recognizing its power to transform individuals and, in turn, create a more just and compassionate world. Sacred Scriptures, Faith, and the Golden Rule. With the rise of major world religions, the concept of kindness became intertwined with faith and spirituality, enshrined in sacred texts and teachings that have guided billions for centuries. Christianity, founded on the teachings of Jesus of Nazareth, emphasized love, compassion, and forgiveness as central tenets of the faith. Jesus' message, epitomized in the Sermon on the Mount, called upon his followers to love their enemies, to bless those who curse them, and to do unto others as they would have them do unto them, a principle that has come to be known as the Golden Rule. This radical call to love, even in the face of adversity, challenged societal norms and offered a path to individual and collective transformation through kindness. In the Islamic tradition, the Quran, revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, emphasizes the importance of treating others with justice, mercy, and compassion. Charity, or zakat, is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, requiring Muslims to share their wealth with those in need, demonstrating a commitment to social responsibility and care for the less fortunate. The Quran also stresses the importance of good character, or akhlaq, which includes kindness, honesty, and trustworthiness in all interactions. This emphasis on ethical behavior, both in personal and public life, reflects the Islamic belief that true piety involves not only faith, but also action, particularly actions that benefit others.
These religious traditions, with their emphasis on love, compassion, and charity, have served as powerful forces for good throughout history, inspiring acts of kindness both grand and small. They remind us that the call to be good to others is not confined to any one culture or creed, but is a universal value that transcends boundaries and unites humanity in its pursuit of a more just and compassionate world.
Indeed. Chapter 4.
The Renaissance, with its rediscovery of classical learning and emphasis on human potential, set the stage for the Enlightenment, a period of unprecedented intellectual and cultural ferment that would reshape the Western world. During the 17th and 18th centuries, thinkers like John Locke, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and Immanuel Kant challenged traditional hierarchies and championed reason, individual liberty, and the natural rights of man.
Locke, in his 2 treatises of government, argued that all individuals are born with inherent rights to life, liberty, and property, rights that governments cannot infringe upon. This emphasis on individual autonomy and freedom laid the groundwork for modern democracies and inspired revolutions that toppled monarchies and challenged oppressive systems.
Rousseau, in his Social Contract, envisioned a society where individuals voluntarily surrendered some of their freedoms in exchange for the protection and benefits of living in a just and equitable society. He believed that true freedom came not from unrestrained individualism, but from living in a community where everyone was treated with dignity and respect.
Kant, in his Critique of Pure Reason and groundwork of the Metaphysics of Morals, argued that reason should be the ultimate guide for human behavior. He formulated the categorical imperative, a moral principle that states that we should act only according to rules that we could universalize without contradiction. This principle, grounded in reason and logic, provided a framework for ethical decision-making that transcended cultural and religious differences.
The Enlightenment, with its focus on reason, individual rights, and universal moral principles, laid the groundwork for a more just and compassionate world. It challenged traditional power structures, inspired movements for social change, and continues to shape our understanding of human rights and our responsibilities to one another.
Chapter 5.
As the ideals of the Enlightenment took root, the 19th and 20th centuries witnessed a surge of social movements that harnessed the power of kindness and nonviolent resistance to challenge injustice and inequality. From the abolition of slavery to the fight for women's suffrage, from the labor movement to the civil rights movement, ordinary people demonstrated extraordinary courage and compassion in their pursuit of a more just and equitable world.
One of the most iconic figures of this era was Mahatma Gandhi, who led India's struggle for independence from British rule through his philosophy of satyagraha, meaning truth force or soul force. Gandhi believed that true power came not from physical strength, but from the unwavering commitment to truth, justice, and non-violent resistance. His movement, fueled by kindness, empathy, and a deep respect for all human beings, inspired millions around the world and demonstrated the transformative power of non-violent action.
In the United States, Martin Luther King Jr., inspired by Gandhi's teachings, led the civil rights movement, challenging segregation, discrimination, and the legacy of racism. King's message of love, understanding, and nonviolent resistance resonated deeply with people of all races and backgrounds, galvanizing a nation and leading to landmark legislation that advanced the cause of civil rights.
Across the globe, Nelson Mandela fought against the apartheid regime in South Africa, enduring decades of imprisonment before emerging as a symbol of hope and reconciliation. Mandela's commitment to forgiveness, dialogue, and a shared future for all South Africans, regardless of race, demonstrated the power of kindness to heal even the deepest wounds and build a more just and equitable society.
These movements, fueled by compassion, empathy, and a deep belief in the inherent dignity of all human beings, remind us that kindness is not a sign of weakness, but a force for change, capable of toppling empires, dismantling oppressive systems, and creating a more just and compassionate world for all.
Chapter 6.
Recognizing that the seeds of kindness are often sown in childhood, educational reformers throughout history have emphasized the importance of nurturing environments where empathy, compassion, and ethical behavior are not merely taught but actively cultivated. From Maria Montessori's child-centered approach to John Dewey's emphasis on experiential learning, educators have sought to create learning spaces that foster not only intellectual growth but also moral development.
Montessori, an Italian physician and educator, believed that children learn best through hands-on experiences and self-discovery. Her method, which emphasizes observation, exploration, and a deep respect for the child's natural curiosity, encourages independence, self-reliance, and a sense of responsibility towards others.
Dewey, an American philosopher and educational reformer, championed experiential learning, arguing that education should be relevant to the child's life and connected to the real world. He believed that schools should be laboratories for democracy, where children learn to think critically, solve problems collaboratively, and engage in meaningful dialogue with others.
In the latter half of the 20th century, the field of social-emotional learning, or SEL, emerged, emphasizing the importance of developing children's emotional intelligence, empathy, and social skills. SEL programs teach children how to recognize and manage their own emotions, build healthy relationships, make responsible decisions, and resolve conflicts peacefully.
These educational approaches, with their focus on nurturing the whole child, recognize that academic achievement is but one facet of a well-rounded education. By creating learning environments that prioritize kindness, empathy, and ethical decision-making, we equip future generations with the tools they need to navigate the complexities of life, build strong relationships, and contribute to a more just and compassionate world.
Chapter 7. The Heart of the Home Family, the Cradle of Kindness. Throughout history, the family unit has served as the primary setting where values of kindness, respect, empathy, and compassion are instilled in each new generation. It is within the walls of the home, in the everyday interactions between parents, siblings, grandparents, and extended family, that children first learn the meaning of love, compassion, and the importance of treating others with dignity and respect. Parents and caregivers play a crucial role in modeling these values through their own words and actions. When children witness their parents treating each other, their children and others with kindness, respect, and empathy, they internalize these behaviors as the norm, forming the foundation for their own moral compass. Family traditions and rituals also play a vital role in cultivating kindness and compassion. Gathering for meals, sharing stories, celebrating holidays together, and engaging in acts of service as a family all contribute to a sense of belonging, connection, and shared values. Moreover, families that prioritize open communication, where children feel safe expressing their feelings and asking questions, create an environment where empathy and understanding can flourish. When children feel heard and validated, they are more likely to develop empathy for others and to approach challenging situations with compassion and understanding. In a world often characterized by division and discord, the family remains a sanctuary where love, kindness, and compassion can be nurtured and passed down through generations. By creating homes filled with love, laughter, and a deep respect for all, we empower future generations to carry the torch of kindness into the world, illuminating the path towards a brighter and more compassionate future. Chapter 8: A Legacy of Goodness, the Intergenerational Impact of Kindness. The ripple effect of kindness extends far beyond the immediate act, its impact echoing through generations, shaping the values, beliefs, and behaviors of those who come after us. Children who grow up in homes and communities where kindness, empathy, and compassion are valued and practiced are more likely to internalize these values as their own, carrying them forward into their own lives and relationships. Research has shown that children raised in nurturing environments where they feel loved, supported, and valued are more likely to develop into well-adjusted, resilient, and compassionate adults. They tend to have stronger social skills, higher levels of empathy, and a greater sense of purpose and belonging. Moreover, when children witness acts of kindness and compassion, whether within their families or in the wider community, they learn that such behavior is not only desirable, but also attainable. They see firsthand the positive impact that kindness can have on others, inspiring them to emulate these behaviors in their own lives. As these children grow into adulthood, they are more likely to become active and engaged citizens, contributing to their communities, advocating for social justice, and working to make the world a better place. They understand that their actions, no matter how small, can have a ripple effect, inspiring others to act with kindness and compassion. The legacy of kindness passed down through generations creates a virtuous cycle, fostering empathy, compassion, and a sense of interconnectedness that strengthens communities, heals divisions, and paves the way for a more just and compassionate future for all. Chapter 9: Charity begins at home and reaches outward. The adage, "Charity begins at home," speaks to the profound truth that the foundation for a more compassionate world is laid within the walls of our homes, in the everyday interactions within our families. It is here that we first learn to share, to care for others, to consider the needs of those around us. Teaching children the importance of giving back to their communities, whether through volunteering, donating to those in need, or simply lending a helping hand to a neighbour, instills in them a sense of social responsibility and a belief that they can make a difference in the world. These early experiences of giving lay the groundwork for a lifelong commitment to social justice and a deep understanding that we are all interconnected. Children who grow up understanding that their actions have consequences, both positive and negative, are more likely to live their lives with intention, striving to make choices that benefit not only themselves, but also the wider community. Moreover, engaging in acts of charity and service as a family creates a shared sense of purpose and strengthens family bonds. It provides opportunities for meaningful conversations about social issues, fosters empathy and compassion for those less fortunate, and instills a belief that even small acts of kindness can have a significant impact. By nurturing a spirit of generosity and compassion within our homes, we empower our children to become agents of change, extending their kindness outward, creating ripples of compassion that touch the lives of countless others. Chapter 10: The Enduring Rewards of a Life Filled with Kindness. The benefits of living a life filled with kindness, compassion, and empathy extend far beyond the recipients of these acts. While it is true that kindness has the power to brighten someone's day, to offer comfort in times of need, and to inspire hope where there was once despair, the rewards of leading a compassionate life are not limited to those around us. Indeed, the greatest beneficiary of our own kindness may very well be ourselves. Studies have shown that acts of kindness and compassion have a positive impact on both our physical and mental health. Engaging in altruistic behavior releases endorphins, reduces stress levels, and promotes feelings of happiness and well-being. Conversely, harboring anger, resentment, and bitterness can have a detrimental effect on our health, increasing the risk of heart disease, stroke, and other ailments. Moreover, living a life guided by kindness and compassion fosters a sense of purpose and meaning. When we focus on making a positive difference in the world, however small, we tap into a deep wellspring of fulfillment and satisfaction. We come to understand that true happiness is not found in material possessions or fleeting pleasures, but in the connections we forge with others and the contributions we make to something larger than ourselves. In a world often characterized by competition, individualism, and a relentless pursuit of self-interest, choosing kindness can feel counterintuitive. Yet, it is precisely in these times that the world needs more kindness, more empathy, more compassion. By embracing these values, not only do we make the world a better place, but we also enrich our own lives, experiencing the profound joy and fulfillment that comes from living a life aligned with our highest values. Outro, the enduring legacy, kindness shaping our future. As we've journeyed through history from ancient civilizations to the modern era, one constant has remained: the profound impact of kindness on the human experience. Being a good human and nurturing these values at home creates a ripple effect that benefits individuals, families, and communities. History shows that when people treat others with kindness and respect, and when children are raised in loving, supportive environments, the entire society reaps the rewards. From the ancient Egyptians' principle of Ma'at to the teachings of Buddha, from the Enlightenment thinkers to the leaders of modern social movements, the message echoes through time. Kindness matters. It is not a sign of weakness, but a source of strength. It is not a naive dream, but a powerful force for change. As we stand at the cusp of a new era, facing unprecedented challenges and opportunities, the need for kindness, empathy, and compassion has never been greater. By embracing these values in our own lives and by instilling them in future generations, we can create a world where everyone feels valued, respected, and empowered to reach their full potential. Let us choose kindness, not just for ourselves, but for the future of humanity.